Hi everyone, here's a quick video on different brushes in Photoshop and how to change color, size, hardness, softness, opacity, etc. Alright, when you get to this assignment for the brush intro, what you're going to do is you're first going to download an image and then open it in Photoshop. If you're not at school on your Chromebook, you can use Pixlr should you choose, but prefer right now to use Photoshop. Alright. What we're going to do is you're first going to click on this blue button right here, and it's going to open up the file that I've saved in my Google Drive, and you're then going to be able to download it. And it should go to your downloads button. Downloads folder. Sorry about that. I'm going to go ahead and open up my downloads folder. Do not click on this. It's going to open it the wrong way because this is just a JPEG. It's not a Photoshop file. So let's go ahead and open up the folder to go to my downloads. And when you see the actual file in your downloads, what you're going to do is you're going to right click, open with, and let's go to Photoshop. Okay, so it's going to bring this in here to Photoshop. Let's give it a moment. And maybe let's try that one more time. Let's go to my downloads, right click, open with Adobe Photoshop. Oh, no, my computer's lagging a little bit. Okay, so there we go. The first thing I'm going to do, as always, and this is just my workflow, just a personal preference, I like to pull the tab off when I'm working in Photoshop. It gives me a little more flexibility of where it is on my screen. So I'm going to move this over here. And let's go ahead and move my swatches over here. All right, so when you're on your brush, this is B for brush. Let me go to my selection tool. B for brush is right over here. Brush tool, and this is the shortcut B for brush right here. When you're on your brush, first off, the first thing we're going to talk about is a hard brush versus a soft brush. A hard brush has hard edges more like a marker would. Okay, a soft brush is going to be more like spray paint. So I'm on my B for brush, and this is my color I'm at right here. I've got this kind of navy blue. But up here at the top left, we have this little drop down arrow. And this is where your hardness is. If its hardness is turned all the way up to 100%, this is going to be like a marker. Oh, that's actually kind of a light color. Let me go Control Z. We're going to get to this in a moment here, but here I have my opacity, which is the ability to see through your marker or your brush, and the flow, that's basically how much paint is coming out of your brush. I'm going to turn that all the way up. All right, and let me double check here. I have my hardness turned all the way up 100%, and that's going to be very hard edges, like I said, like a marker. Let's go Control Z. If you come up here to this drop arrow, let's turn the hardness all the way down. So I call this a soft brush. It's going to be more like, it's the edges we're talking about, sort of like a spray can. Control Z. Also, you have the size of your brush, which this one is just a 9-point soft brush blue. So let's check this out. I'm going to come up here to the drop arrow. I'm on my brush still. Brush, drop arrow, size. I'm just going to triple click right there. Let's just highlight. I'm going to go 9, enter, and it's a soft brush. And let's get this kind of like a blue right here. Colors I'm not too concerned with. Yeah, there we go. So it's a 9-point soft brush. Hey, let me zoom out a little bit. I'm going to go Control minus on my keyboard. Control minus is my preference. Move my page up. Let's go Control Z. I'm going to do my brush right over here. Hey, so what you're doing is you're just recreating this left side over here on the right side. So I want the same. The shape doesn't have to be exactly the same, obviously. But close enough. Close enough. I'm looking for a hard brush 9-point red. Let's go change it to red. You can see red right here is our foreground color. And we're still on a 9-point, but I need to do a hard brush. So let's turn the hardness all the way up. And this is going to be our marker. All right. Space bar, just like Illustrator, will pan or move your page. Let's go to soft brush, 25-point, bright green. Let's change color to green. Change this to size. We're going to change it to a 25-point. 25 soft brush. Let's turn the hardness back all the way down, and we should have a very similar brush right here. All right. So I'm going to let you do the rest. The one I want to talk about next is, well, there's a couple things in this worksheet. Just for future reference, you don't really need it now for this assignment, but because this one has very specific sizes, 25, 40 point. But if you're using your brush and you want to just quickly change the size, you could use the left bracket and right bracket. Those are next to the letter P on your keyboard. It's kind of like the square parentheses. So right bracket makes a big brush, left bracket, left bracket makes a small brush. Left keeps going smaller. Right bracket makes the brush bigger. Okay, I use those a lot to make your brush bigger and smaller. Let's go Control Z, 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 Control Z. All right. Now on this one, we're going to do a soft brush, but 20 point, 30% flow. So that turns down the amount of paint. That is just going to be up here at the top. You can turn the flow down right here. Flow, change this. You can either do the slider or just double click, excuse me, and type 30, enter, and that will turn your flow down. I'm still on, that's not the right brush, obviously, but I did adjust the flow. This one is actually a red. This is a bright red brush. Bright red brush, but I have the opacity turned down, so that's the ability to see through it. Let me turn the flow back up. I'm going to turn the opacity, which is right here, opacity. I'm going to change that to a 20%, double click, 20, enter. So when you change it, you can see through the painted. Okay. Now, the difference between opacity and flow are kind of similar, but this is a 20% of 20% opacity, 100% flow, which I now have, but it is on a 28 point hard brush. So again, size, I'll double click, 28, and oops, nope, I didn't change it to and turn the hardness all the way up. All right, and then, oops, Control Z, let's do this all at once. There is that one right there. All right, so once you are done, take a snip of that, and come back over to here. This is the where you download the file, and this is what your finished example should look like, similar to this. Should be a quick, easy assignment. All right, have fun. Good luck, everyone.